Today I'm going to show you how to do a clay owl, and we'll be finishing this next week. We're going to do the clay part today. We'll do the color next time in art. So you're going to need a piece of fabric. You're going to need 2 sticks that you set on either side of your piece of clay, and it should not be touching it. You're going to need a rolling pin, a paper clip to cut, and then some tools for putting texture in your clay. We're going to start by taking this little square piece of clay and just kind of pushing the corners in a little bit to make it a little bit more round. And then you're going to roll this clay out in both directions. So I'm going to need to roll it first going this direction. You're going to need to stand up and do this part. It'll be a lot easier for you. Then I'm going to take my clay and rotate it and roll from the other direction. And I'll probably do 1 or 2 more turns. Turn and roll. Make sure that your sticks stay underneath the rolling pin. That keeps your owl from getting too thin and breaking on you. If you have these way out here, or if you start rolling in this direction without the sticks underneath it, it'll get too thin. Then you're going to take a lid. You're not going to turn it this way and press it in because it'll stick. I'm just going to lay this lid on top of the clay, and I'm going to use my paper clip that's opened up and cut around the clay all the way through. You should be able to kind of hear the paper clip on that fabric. Pull this clay away. We may use a little bit of that. Set it over there. So then you've got a circle. And we will smooth the edges as we go. So I'm dipping my finger in a little bit of vinegar water and just smoothing this edge. And then the first part we do will be the stomach part on your owl. And you can use either a marker lid or this popsicle stick to make your designs. We won't need to do the whole piece. We'll only need to do a triangle shape about like that big. If you're not sure about how much to do, it's better to just cover the bottom half and have too much. If I want to use the popsicle stick, I'm holding it on the outside edge so it looks more like feathers. And I'm just gently pressing into the clay. And I could make rolls of that. This goes pretty quickly. Then I'm ready to fold in my wings. So I'm just going to roll this up towards the middle, and you want it to be narrower at the top and a little bit wider down at the bottom. Then gently press that, and then take your finger and maybe smooth a little bit of the edges there. Now for the wings, there's a lot of different things you can do. You can use your pencil and draw some lines into it. If I want to draw some lines into it like this, I could just leave it like that. On this one, I used a marker lid and pressed into the wings for texture. Don't use your paper clip for this part because it gets too deep. When I'm done with that, then I just fold the top part down just a little bit. And that's going to be his face. And then we're going to pinch out the ears or the feather to make it into what the great horned owl like you drew. I don't want to get it too thin because I don't want it to break. I'm going to smooth it again. Then I need to do my eyes. And there's 2 ways to do that. I could just press into the clay, is easiest. Or I could actually add a piece of clay onto there. He still needs a beak. and the feet. So for that part, let me scooch him up a little bit. We're going to use a little bit of your extra clay, roll it up, and you want to roll it out. This looks like a neat. And then what I can do, let me scooch this over, is cut a triangle shape out for his nose. I'll make it super big. If I just lay this on there, that is not going to stay. So what I need to do is you score a little tiny bit right between his eyes, put a drip of the water on there or the vinegar water, and then put your beak on, and then that will stay. There's his beak. If you can leave it like this. If you want to add feet, and you can see that I broke this piece off because I think I got it too thin, you're going to roll up a piece of clay. And I just gently pressed it out with my hand so I didn't get it too thin. And all I did was cut this in half, cut my circle in half, and used a fork so it looked more like the claws. And then this was attached at the bottom of my owl by scoring where I wanted it and putting a little bit of vinegar on there. We had a lot of these fall off last year, so you're going to have to make sure that this is nice and snug and it's staying on there. Then your owl is finished until it's fired, and then we can use the color on it. You're going to take your extra clay, roll it up into a circle shape or a sphere, and this is going to go into a bag with extra clay because we will still use that. You'll organize your area. We'll clean up and put these things away, and we'll save all of our lids and our fork, all of these tools for next time.